why do you think natural bodybuilding in terms of, is it because it's just not getting the same exposure? I mean, now it's slowly starting to, but I mean, on the level of the IFBB, obviously is not, it's not the same, but do you think it has to do with just the level of exposure? Is it, do you think maybe it's because of the longevity of the IFBB and it's just been around for a long time? What do you think, where do you see natural bodybuilding, I guess is kind of where I'm going with this. And do you think it has a shot at maybe even not replacing, but making its way up there as far as popularity and coverage and all the good stuff, maybe even from a prize money standpoint, all that good stuff that the IFBB has, but that natural bodybuilding doesn't on the same scale?
So when it comes to the IFBB, and mind you, I have friends that compete in the IFBB. I have friends that compete in the NPC. To each its own. You know, I still respect guys in the IFBB. They still have to diet, they still have to train, they still do that. You know, that's their choice. You know, and if I'm a natural guy, that's my choice. But in terms of like the notoriety and everything, the natural organizations will never be like the IFBB. People want to see freaks. They want to see freaks. They want to see the big Rammies. They want to see guys that are 250, 270 pounds that are just shredded, opposed to a guy that's 170, 180 pounds shredded. You know, it's something about seeing a freak, you know, compared to somebody that's natural. Now, there's more, if you look at worldwide, you know, more people are going to lean towards, I want to see a big Ramy. Look at this guy. He's huge, you know, and then here comes Gaspari or, you know, Redcon or whatever it is, nutrition company, so-and-so, X, Y, and Z, and said, if we put them on our label, that's going to make us, you know, $1.2 million, you know, on supplement sales. Opposed to we put a Philip Ricardo, we'll make $100,000 on supplement sales. You know, it comes down to money. And even if you look at, to me, honestly, out of all of this, everything, women get screwed the most. Because if you really think about it, bikini, ever since they introduced bikini, it's blown up. Bikini, you have so many competitors in the women's bikini, whether it's IFBB, natural organizations, they draw in the most people. You have whether it's competitors or spectators, they draw in the most people and they get paid the less. I was just going to say,
yeah, that's why I can't.
Now in the IFBB, this is the differences in the IFBB. And I hope people really understand this. There's people in the IFBB, bikini, figure, physique, whatever it is. Do they still use drugs? Yes, they still do. You know, and some people are gonna ask me like, well, how do you know? Well, I have my ex-girlfriend at the time competed in the IFBB. She was IFBB pro figure. Did she take stuff? Yes. You know, and when I turn in terms of taking stuff is like the hard stuff, no. To regulate, yes. Do a lot of them do? Yes. You know, it's now, here it is again, short-term, long-term. They're looking immediately short-term. I got 2.5 million subscribers on my YouTube, 2.5 million, you know, followers on my Instagram. But I'm making $30,000 a year competing, but I'm shelling out $70,000 on food, travel, you know, my suit and everything else. And that's the same thing that goes, you know, for bodybuilding too, is do they get paid more? Yeah, they get paid more, you know, but what's the longevity of it? You know, it's when you go back into the natural side of organizations, have prize money gone up? Yes. I mean, I'll tell you right now, it's like when I look at it and I look at the different organizations, the INBA, PNBA has paid the most. And I don't care what anybody says. I mean, I've won 2 cars, the most money I've made in one show was $10,000. No, I'm sorry, $8,000. For winning the Natural Olympia. But at the same time, I won a car. So I've won 2 cars and prize money. So, and you look at other organizations now, could that be even bigger? Yes. If you have a Gaspari come along or Redcon and sponsor one of these shows,
wow,
it would be, your prize money would be bigger. But the only thing is, here it comes again, is you have a Philip Ricardo, you have him win the show, he wins the Natural Olympia, you just paid your Redcon, you just paid all this money to endorse this show, your kickback, let's go on the high end, $700,000. You just made in supplement sales. I went to IFBB Olympia. Here I am at the booth. All these guys at the booth, they're coming to Redcon. You just spent this money, but now you just made millions of dollars on supplement sales. That's where the difference is. Now can the natural organizations ever get to that point? It'll be very, very difficult. The best I've probably seen right now in terms of competition, exposure, all the way up to this point has been the Natural Olympia. When I really look at it. Now, I look at recently the Mr. America, from people that I've talked to, there was a lot of people there. It was pretty packed. That's what I've heard. I haven't seen any photos. I haven't seen the audience, nothing. So I don't know. I didn't get to watch it. And I guess it's supposed to be on CBS or on TV. So that'll be our first glimpse of, how many people were actually there.
Sure.
But from what I've heard, the stage, the amount of people that were there, could it eventually be a big thing? It could. And I really hope it does, because that'll be the perfect way to go. Like with Denny Keikos, he's always wanted the natural bodybuilding to be back into the Olympics. Bodybuilding was in the Olympics at one point.
What? Oh, snap. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Long time ago. Yeah. This was
That's
long
crazy.
And so, and they, of course, they took it away because of the drugs.
Right.
So, and he's always tried to get back. He's always advocated. He's always wrote letters, this and that, into, to try to get natural bodybuilding back into the Olympics. And so, and he's still on a mission to do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Will it ever happen? I don't know. To me, could it happen? It could, because you're getting tested. And that's one of the biggest reasons why in the INBA, PNBA, they started WADA testing, to really stay strict with WADA. So that way, in the IOC, oops. You still there?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. In the IOC, they can see that, okay, this organization is testing through WADA, and they've been with us for 11, 12, 13 years. Let's go ahead and give them a shot. So if that ever happens, man, that'd be great. That'd be like a dream.
That would be cool. That would be cool. And it's funny because I literally just read an article, I think